Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Hoot.
Yeah, welcome to the Hoot. I believe this is Hoot number 1,220 and virtual Hoot number 36. And virtuals count just as much as the live ones, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, that was great listening to the Marmots. We have 1/3 of them playing with us tonight, but that will be later on the evening. But to start with, we have Mr. Bill Briggs, one of the co-founders of the Hootenanny, patriarch of the Hootenanny, and skier, banjo player, guitarist extraordinaire. So take it away, Bill.
Hi. Hey, I'm going to do two songs, which I've never done before. Anyway, this is very chancy. But one has to do, or they both have to do with the Boatman. So the names of the song are the same, but boy, they sure are different. This one is a Gaelic song of a sailor, a boatman, who's a sailor. And the other one is one of going up and down the Ohio River as a boatman, but it's sort of as a stevedore. So it's two different kinds of boatmen. Often haunting the highest hilltop, I scan the ocean, I sail to sea. Wilt thou come, love, will come tomorrow, will ever come, love, to comfort me. Erabata Ronoela, Erabata Ronoela, Erabata Ronoela. Fare thee well, love, where'er ye be. They call thee fickle, they call thee false one, and seek to change me, but all in vain. Thou art my dream throughout the night, and every morning I scan the brain. Irabata Nonoera, Irabata Nonoera, Irabata Nonoera. Fare thee well, love, where'er ye be. Thou hast remember the mist made me, the tartan lady, the silken gown, the ring of gold with the hair and portrait. That gown and ring will I ever own. Irabata Monoela, Erabata Monoela, Erabata Monoela. Fare thee well, love, where'er Thank you. Now for something entirely different. And it's still a boatman. Boatman sing, boatman dance, boatman love Miss Marianne. Dance, boatman dance, dance, boatman dance. Dance all night in the broad daylight, go home with the girls in the morning. Hey, ho, the boatman row, sailing down the river in the Ohio. Hey, ho, the boatman row, sailing down the river in the Ohio. Boatman dance, boatman sing, boatman do most anything. Dance, boatman dance, dance, boatman dance. Dance all night in the broad daylight, go home with the girls in the morning. Hey, ho, the boatman row, sailing down the river in the Ohio. Hey, ho, the boatman row, sailing down the river in the Ohio. This old boatman jumped ashore, bet his money and worked for more. Dance, boatman, dance, dance, boatman, dance. Dance all night in the broad daylight, go home with the girls in the morning. Hey, ho, the boatman row, sailing down the river on the Ohio. Hey, ho, the boatman row, sailing down the river on the Ohio. Hey, ho, the boatman row, sailing down the river on the Ohio. Hey, ho, the boatman row, sailing down the river on the Ohio. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Briggs. Two really good songs. Very nice. Thanks so much. Next up, we have Eric Stone. Eric, are you there with us?
Yes, Clint. Hi.
Let's see. You're coming to us from Colorado. Am I getting this right?
Yeah. Send us some of your snow, will you, please?
Yeah,
we really
I
need
think
it here.
I think it's supposed to hit you guys pretty hard. Though I hear it's the Four Corners that's going to get nailed, and I don't know if that helps you or not.
Yeah, it's either south of us or north of us, but we don't have any snow here in Nederland.
All right.
The middle of the state right now.
Okay. Next week for sure. All right. So what you going to do for us tonight?
I'm going to do two songs that are so new that I have to look at the lyrics to remember them. These I wrote, two songs that I wrote last week. The first one is, I guess, it kind of goes with a joke. Do you know what an agnostic prayer is called?
I do not.
It's called hedging your bets. So this is called hedging all my bets, an agnostic prayer.
Good one. All right.
I have never been the church-going kind. No meeting house or synagogue or mosque could I find would answer my hopes or even my fears and comfort a loss or drive away the tears. If there's a higher power, heaven or hell, a bright shiny tower, heck, even a wishing well. If God is an old man, or maybe she's just real mad, please show me a sign, you know that'd make me glad. I'll try to be good, I'm sorry if I failed, and if it's not too late, if my ship hasn't sailed, I'll pray to you now, heck, I'll pay off all my debts. And just in case you're out there, I'm hedging all my bets. Well, I'm hedging all my bets with this agnostic prayer. Even if my words don't get me anywhere, when it comes my time for that great unknown, I'll hope for the best and I'll pray I make it home. Dear Lord, please forgive me for whatever I might have done. Right now I can't remember if it was all that bad or even fun. I'm trying to do what's right, or whatever that might mean. And just in case it matters, hey, I think you're really keen. So I'll pray for health and happiness, but just enough, you see. 'Cause there's lots of other folks that need it more than me. I'll take whatever fame and fortune I can get. In case you're really up there, I'm hedging all my bets. Well, I'm hedging all my bets with a agnostic prayer. Even if my words don't get me anywhere, when it comes my time for that great unknown, I'll hope for the best and I'll pray I make it home. Well, Jehovah, Allah, Krishna, Goddess, Lord, Bhagavan, Yahweh, I'm not so much a skeptic as a poor soul that's lost their way. But even so, I'll take whatever help I can get. So just in case you do exist, I'm hedging all my bets. Well, I'm hedging all my bets with this agnostic prayer. Even if my words won't get me anywhere, when it comes my time for that great unknown, I'll hope for the best and I'll pray I make it home. Yes, I'll hope for the best and I'll pray I make it home. Amen. And the second song I have for you is another new one I wrote this week. I woke up somehow with this phrase in my head one morning, and I knew I had to get up pretty early and just start writing a song. And the phrase that was in my head was, first to admit it, last one to know. I wasn't sure what the song was going to be about, but as soon as I started writing it, I realized it was just going to be about time. So this song is called Time, and I'm going to send you on a little scavenger hunt. I blatantly and shamelessly plagiarized 3 lines from other songs. One is a David Bowie line. One is a Sandy Denny line, if you know of her from the old folk rock band Pentangle. And the other line is a John Lennon line. So see if you can find these in the song, just to whet your appetite for it. This is Time. Time brought me peace. Time put my mind at ease. Time to let it go. Time is all I know. First to admit it, last one to know. time reveals all. Where does the time go? Time that you enjoy is not wasted time. Time may change me, but I can't change time. First to admit it, last one to know. Time reveals all. Where does the time go? Time like a river only flows one way. We only get one shot, so stop wasting your time away. First to admit it, last one to know. Time reveals all. Where does the time go? Time has brought me peace. Time put my mind at ease. Like a gentle mist of rain, time will heal the pain. First to admit it, last one to know. Time reveals all. Where does the time go? First to admit it, the last one to know. Time reveals all. Where does the time go? Thanks.
Those are some nice songs. We had some answers on the chat line. I don't know if they're right or not. Do you want to?
Let's see.
You want to tell us what the references were there?
Yes. So time may change me, but I can't change time. David Bowie. Who knows where the time goes? Where does the time go? Is Sandy Denny. And John Lennon once wrote a song in which he said, time that you enjoy is not wasted time.
Well, we the peanut gallery out there got them all. Very good job, guys.
Cool.
Nice work.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Well done.
So next up, Sherry, are you there? What have you got for us tonight?
I am here. Well, you know, on a cold winter day, I always get to thinking about the boiling river. I don't know if you guys have been there from, it's up in Yellowstone at the north entrance. And if you drive down from Livingston, Montana, to the boiling river, the song kind of tells a story of what's the whole ride. So this is my song, The Boiling River. And I always like to say it's on the 45th parallel of latitude, halfway between the North Pole and the equator. And also it's on the border between Montana and Wyoming. So it's at this really kind of cool crossroads. Very good place to check out. Drive down south through the valley, go on past the Devil's Slide. When you get to the boiling river, you won't have nothing to hide. So come on down to the boiling river, steam rising up to the sky. Way down deep till you find a place where you can hear the angels sigh. When you get to the the mouth of the canyon. Just follow the sagebrush path. Step away when you hear that rattling sound. Listen to the coyote laugh and come on down to the boiling river. Steam rising up to the sky. Way down deep till you find a place where you can hear the angels sigh. First take off your cowboy hat and then take off your shoes. I keep on taking off till you get down to where you ain't got nothing to lose. And come on down to the boiling river. Steam rising up to the sky. Way down deep till you find a place where you can hear the angels sigh. Water dancing over the river rocks. Can't you hear that rippling song? Hot, hot stones under my feet. It's spring and the current is strong. So come on down to the boiling river. Steam rising up to the sky. Way down deep till you find a place where you can hear the angels sigh. Way down deep till you find a place where you can hear the angels sigh.
Sweet. It's a very sweet song. Thank you.
Thank you.
I like that a lot. Next up, we have Ira, who is coming to us. Please forgive me, Ira. I don't know where you're coming to us from. I remember you from last week, but the details escape me. Help me out here.
Yeah, it's from National City.
Oh, Southern Cal.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you playing for us tonight? I see you have 2 songs.
Yeah. Once again, I have one original song and one Dylan song. So here we go. And both of these are greatly indebted to traditional old folk songs, so perhaps you can identify them. The earth is still young, child. You've seen so many skies, and I can tell you, child, about the ones who die. Every last green leaf on every last tree has fallen to the ground now, but none have wept for me. I'm living on the other side of falling out of love. I'm dreaming of another ride to the clouds above. Oh, I'm a man who's never withered, though I've slept so many days. I've been wandering all my life now. The sun's the only friend who stayed. I was in the garden, child, eating from the tree. The serpent slithered by and showed me how to see. My love and I were banished then to the windy sand, to the world of war and pain, with nothing in our hands, filling in the color while the earth is gray and cold. Lord keeps on flowing free somewhere inside my soul. I'm a man who's never withered, though many times I've gone astray. I've been dreaming all my life now. The sun's the only friend who stayed. I was there at Waterloo. I watched the cannons fly. Saw the Aztecs fall too. Heard so many lies. Oh, I'm living on the other side. I'm falling out of love. Yes, I believe I'm fixing to die, going to the clouds above. I'm a man who's never withered. So many times I've lost my way, and I've been dead a million years now. The sun's the only friend who's stayed. The sun's the only friend who's stayed. Thank you. So yeah, that's the original song. That was called "The Old Man." And this next one is a Dylan song. If you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, remember me to one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. If you're going when the snowflakes storm, when the rivers freeze and summer ends, please see she has a coat so warm to keep her from the howling wind. Please see if her hair hangs long. It rolls and flows all down her breast. See for me if her hair's hanging long. For that's the way I remember her best. I'm a-wondering if she remembers me at all. Many times I've often prayed in the darkness of my night, in the brightness of my day. So if you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, remember me to one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. Thank you.
Ira, nice job. That Dylan cover was terrific. Really, really good. Very, very nice. Thank you very much. Next up, oh God help me, we have, I'm losing track here. Michael Thornton from Vermont. Is it Vermont? Am I doing this right?
Hey up. Hey up. Up
Right.
here in the Northeast Kingdom, as we call it.
All right, you've got the accent down for sure.
I wonder if I could get Matt to lean to his left a little bit. Oh yeah, I could swear I recognize that mountain range from somewhere.
Anyway, Matt, I'm sorry.
Well, you got the M right.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I did get the M word right. Michael does really nice acoustic guitar instrumentals. I just really look forward to hearing him play. So, so you've got Irish Broke? Is that what you've got for us tonight?
Yeah, exactly right. This is one of those tunes by the Irish harper Turlough Carolyn. It's called Mrs. Edwards, and there's kind of an interesting story behind it. Mrs. Edwards was the widow of an attorney named John Edwards, the best kind of attorney, a dead one, who supposedly died by jumping out of the window of a building on the mistaken belief that the building was on fire. I'd love to know more about that. And she was married either 3 or 4 times, I forget which, and all of her husbands died. So marrying her was kind of like marrying a praying mantis. You're going to get eaten at the end. But this is the tune he wrote for Mrs. Edwards. do that again. Now, 1 out of 4 is not bad.
Not bad at all. God, I wish I
Well-
could do it like that. That's really, really nice. Thank
Yeah.
you for doing that.
Yep. Hopefully, I'll do it again sometime and get the B part right.
Yeah,
So-
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Mr. Montane, I see you have a Wyoming background, but you're in Hawaii. Is that correct?
Oh, I'm sitting there at the shore of Schwabacher Pond, dangling my feet in the water in front of
Oh,
the Tetons. Can you tell?
How refreshing.
Well, I'm a painter. That's a painting I did a couple years ago.
Very nice. I have a question for you. How many harmonicas and things of that sort do you own?
Well, I don't know. I was looking at this array of stuff I have scattered around here. I've got tables and chairs, and I really don't know. I probably own 15 or 20 of those little dinky ones. I have a multi-year supply because when I'm using them at the ski area or something, playing music while I'm skiing the moguls, every once in a while one pops out.
Or you swallow it, one of the two.
I did once.
Okay. What are you playing for us tonight, Matt?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say hello to everybody. Thanks for hosting this, Clint, and nice to see you all wherever you are. And here we are gathered by the ether, traveling through wherever we were traveling through to get together. Well, everyone knows Ripple, and I love just a nice, gentle swing of Ripple, and I just was compelled to do it tonight. So please join in if you have a chance. When we're at Dornan's, everybody can join in, and you hear everybody, but it works sometimes if you sing. So if you're so inclined, join in. woods did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung. Would you hear my voice come through the music? Would you hold it near as it were your own? It's a hand-me-down. The thoughts are broken. Perhaps they're better left unsung. I don't know. Don't really care. Let there be songs to fill the air. Ripple in still waters when there is no pebble tossed nor wind to blow. Reach out your hand if your cup be empty. If your cup is full, may it be again. Let it be known there is a fountain that was not made by the hands of men. There is a road, no simple highway, between the dawn and the dark of night. And if you go, no one may follow. That path is for your steps alone. Ripple in still waters when there is no pebble tossed nor wind to blow. You who choose to lead must follow. But if you fall alone. If you should stand, then who's to guide you? If I knew the way, I would take you home. Thank you. Now take some of the apparatus off. This is kind of funny thing to play with because you have to move your shoulders up and down to keep the harmonica from getting too far away, and then let it slip away far enough to be able to sing. Well, I've been wanting to do this one for a while. Jimmy Buffett, Jack Brown had something to do with. Have to use your imagination a little bit about being in a place where you can dangle your feet in the water and knee deep. Gonna put the world away for a minute, pretend I don't live in it. Sunshine gonna wash the blues away. Had sweet love, but I lost it. She got too close, so I fought her. Now I'm lost in the world, trying to find me a better way. Wishing I was knee-deep in the water somewhere. Got the blue sky breeze, and it don't seem fair. The only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. And I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise. Note said be back in a minute. Bought a boat and I sailed off in it. Don't they think anybody's gonna miss me anyway? Mind on a permanent vacation. The ocean is my only medication, wishing my condition ain't ever gonna go away. 'Cause now I'm knee deep in the water somewhere, got the blue sky breeze blowing wind through my hair. The only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky, never been so happy, never felt so high, and I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise. This champagne shore washing over me, it's a sweet, sweet life, living by the salty sea. One day you could be as lost as me, change your geography. Maybe you might be bum, 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 bum. Knee deep in the water somewhere, got the blue sky breeze blowing wind through the hair. The only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky, never been so happy, never felt so high, and I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise. Come on in, the water's nice, find yourself a little slice, grab a backpack of life, you never know till you try. Then you lose yourself, you find the key to paradise. Hey, thank you. And just a reminder, be safe, be well, be gentle, and be kind. Thank you.
Thank you. Really nice. I hope that was inspired by where you live, as well as Jimmy Buffett's Caribbean. That's a great song. Thank you.
Thanks, Clint.
Next up, Mr. John Seidel. I don't know, John, please forgive me. I should know this, whether you are a Hoot co-founder too, or just one of the early members of the Hoot.
Actually, I was out of town. I was living away when Bill and Dick Barker started the Hoot. But when I came back 10 years ago now, I jumped right in. No, maybe I was here 25 years ago. I can't remember. I've been in and out of town.
Okay. All right. So what are you singing tonight, sir?
Well, I'll tell you, I've got a folk ballad that probably originated in the British Isles. I'm sure it did, and it's a perfect example of the folk process, about how it gets amended and verses get changed around. And I actually have made a couple of little tweaks myself. I first heard this done by Jim Rooney, who was a Boston folkie who sang with the banjo wizard Bill Keith. And Jim Rooney, Michael Fullerton, you might take notice of that. Jim Rooney lives up in southern Vermont now, I'm pretty sure. And then I also heard the other day when I was listening to a fairly new Ian Tyson album that Ian does this song too, which is a little bit of a surprise because for the last 25, 30 years, Ian's been doing all cowboy songs, but he dropped back into the folk idiom kind of stuff that he did with Ian and Sylvia back in the 60s and 70s. It's called One Morning in May. One morning, one morning, one morning in May, I spied a fair couple just a-making their way. One, he was a soldier, maiden, nope, I goofed that up. Well, one was a maiden, so bright and so fair, and the other was a soldier, a bold grenadier. Good morning, good morning, good morning to thee. Oh, where are you going, my pretty lady? I'm going out walking through the banks of the sea, just to hear the waters gliding, hear the nightingales sing. You'll need to listen to the words carefully because it's a little bit suggestive in places. but they had not been standing but a minute or two, when out from his knapsack a fiddle he drew, and the tune that he played made the valleys all ring. Oh, hark, cried the maiden, hear the nightingale sing. Oh, pretty lady, it's time to give o'er. Oh no, kind soldier, just play one tune more. For I'd rather hear your fiddle and the touch of one string than to see the waters gliding, hear the nightingale sing. Handsome soldier, dear soldier, will you marry me? Oh no, pretty lady, that never can be. For I've a wife in old London with children twice three, 2 wives in the armies, too many for me. Well, I go back to London and I'll stay there a year, and often I will think of you, my little dear. And when I return, it will be in the spring, just to see the waters gliding, hear the nightingale sing. There you go.
Very, very nice. Thank you, John. Love the guitar break in there. That was terrific stuff. Very nice.
Thank you, Clint.
Okay. Next up, we have Mr. Jeff Smith. Jeff, as I remember, you're coming to us from North Carolina, Virginia.
Oh, that's
Where
exactly
the southeast.
wrong.
Where? Say again.
Virginia.
Okay.
Cannondale, Virginia.
Okay, thank you. I remember last week you're playing, and just the percussion, you're a former drummer, and the percussion in your playing is just really, really fun. So what are you playing for us tonight?
I'm going to do this song here that came. It's a saying that my science teacher in 7th grade used to say, and it stuck with me for a long time. And he used to give us an assignment, and if we wouldn't get right on it, he'd admonish us and tell us that if we wanted a good grade, we better get on it like a rooster on a June bug. Well, you better get on it like a rooster on a June bug. You better get on it like a rooster on a June bug. You can't sit around and wait too long. You're gonna lose the inspiration that you had for this song. You better get on it like a rooster on a June bug. As confused as a pig looking at a wristwatch. As confused as a pig looking at a wristwatch. In the middle of the night, you said you were leaving. Well, it took me all day till I started believing. As confused as a pig looking at a wristwatch. doesn't always fall too far from the tree. I hear the apple doesn't always fall far from the tree. Yeah, the sins of the father come back on the kids, make you wonder what you did. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Yeah, but you get on it like a rooster on a June bug. Thank you, thank you. So this is a song that, well, during COVID I've written a lot of songs, but this is one that I wrote, and it seemed to capture something for me about it. This is called I Hope You're Happy. Well, I hope you're happy and your family's safe and all your friends are out of harm's way, and all your friends are out of harm's way. Well, I hope you're happy and you're healthy and you don't get sick. And I hope our country gets better quick. I hope our country gets better quick. I hope your work can make it back, and we all get back on track, and we all get right on track. I hope we heal and we make it through, to watch our skies turn back to blue, to watch our skies turn back to blue. I hope we learn to trust each other, and that money is not our mother, and all we've got is each other, and all we've got is each other. Thank you, everybody.
Boy, that was really good. You have this internal metronome. It's like a beating heart. That is just really, really fun to listen to. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. I appreciate you. I've never been to Wyoming before, so.
Well, it's about time. Okay. Carrie, are you out there ready to go?
Ready to go, Clint. Good to see you tonight.
I got a question I see that they rescheduled both the New Orleans Jazz Fest and the French Quarter Fest for next fall, right?
October, yes. The prevailing wisdom is that we'll have festivals in fall.
Oh boy, that's great. That's something to look forward to.
Oh yeah.
All right. So
I was booked to play last year's festival, which was canceled. So I'm playing either this fall or next spring, I'm sure.
All right, that's great. Which one, the French Quarter or the Jazz Fest?
Jazz Fest. Jazz Fest.
Good. So in the meantime, you can practice playing for us. What have you got?
Well, it's a pleasure. I'm going to do a couple of outlaw songs. John may remember I write a lot of these things. Sherry, if you're going to play along, this is in C. So. Uncle said those days were like a cowboy song. You'd wake and break camp in the gray fall storm. Throw your hitches, move the horses along the trail. Canadian whiskey from Saskatchewan, old French wine and Cuban rum. Americans still wanted to have their fun. He'd risk jail. Pulling his pack string down the outlaw trail. Joined the family business when I left school. Kept my head down and learned all the rules. Nothing flashy, never act the fool at the scales. Out in California in '65, Mexican weed kept the family alive. Tijuana up to Riverside without fail. Pulling my pack string down the outlaw trail. When you live outside the law, you gotta be lucky. I was just as lucky as a boy could be. And when you live outside the law, you must be honest. At least as honest as my uncle and me. Sonoma, Mendocino, we moved up the coast. Into the redwoods through the fog like ghost, where Highway 1 disappears, or at most it's an old Jeep trail. Lost Coast truckers looted hell just after harvest, loaded with pot. Pickups and semis, whatever you've got, hill and dale. Pulling a pack string down the outlaw trail. German shepherds always keep their nose in the air, prancing around and barking back there. Peripheral vision in the rearview mirror tells the tale. Oh, I got pulled over on a 2-lane road. Somehow they seemed to know about the load, like an old West posse that rode hot on my tail. Tracking my pack string down the outlaw trail. When you live outside the law, you gotta be lucky. I've been just as lucky as a man could be. When you live outside the law, you must be honest. At least as honest as my uncle and me. The echo of my shuffling feet in the tunnels beneath the border town streets is as close to me as my heartbeat here in this jail. I've learned to play guitar in a prison band. Find myself with pen in my hand. Can't say I ever really planned to tell these tales of pulling my pack string down the outlaw trail. But Uncle said those days were like the cowboy songs he used to sing in a voice so strong, and to doubt him now would be just as wrong as betrayal. No, I've never regretted answering the call. Somebody had to take the fall, and when the family's back was against the wall, I didn't quail. I just pulled my pack string down the outlaw trail. Uncle said those days were like a cowboy song.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And the second tune, thank you very much for letting me do 2 tunes tonight. And again, let me say, I haven't said already this evening, it's just a pleasure to visit with you all. I'm really happy that John invited me into this toward the end of last year, and I'm able to come every couple of weeks. And it's just a pleasure to see you all. Thank you so much for having me. I thought a lot about Billy the Kid, starting when I was a young kid and went down to Lincoln County, New Mexico, for the first time back in the early 60s. And there's a lot of controversy about the night Billy the Kid died. They say the first kill is the hardest one of all, but the first bite's all it took for Adam's fall. I know now that my tale had not begun till the moment when the bullet left the gun. No, this is not the way my story would be told. This is not the way my life was to unfold. Thought to live life on the run until the moment when the bullet left the gun. When the fingers twitched, the world just blew apart. In the stillness between the beats of my heart, I turned my face from blinding light, felt my soul drift toward the night. Shuffle on the floor. Didn't hear him open up the bedroom door. I'd lived my life in fear of anyone until the moment when the bullet left the gun. No, this is not the way my life was gonna end. I was always looking around that next bend. Thought I'd rise and greet the morning sun until the moment when the bullet left the gun. When the fingers twitched, the world just blew apart. In the stillness between the beats of my heart, I turned my face to the blinding light, felt my soul drift toward the night. In my sleep I dreamt I saw Orion's belt and a shooting star where penitentes knelt. I'd not seen constellation come undone until the moment when the bullet left the gun. I didn't know that I was dreaming my own death, didn't know that I was drawing my last breath. I didn't know the web of life had come unspun until the moment when the bullet left the gun. Thank you. Thanks
Very good.
Thank you so much.
I heard echoes of Me and My Uncle in that first song. Was that was there a reference to that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, one of my favorite songs. All right, that's great.
And there's a little bit of Dylan in there too. When you live outside the law, you must be honest.
Oh, that Dylan, I'm not as familiar with Dylan, but that was really nice. Thanks so much.
Well, thanks very much, Matt.
All right. Raggedy Edge, are you out there?
Now we're here.
Now we're here.
Oh, yay. All right. Hello.
Hello.
How's everything sound out there?
I think everybody's got it dialed in. Now, this sound's been really good tonight.
Yes, it has been a good night.
Okay. So take it away, you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to do a couple of originals again this week. This first one is called Waitress.
It's about a waitress.
About a waitress.
2, 3, 4. She's older than she looks, but decades younger than she feels. Victim of a lot of broken promises and deals. Now she serves up orange juice and coffee with her meals. Holding back the sadness her smile cannot conceal. She doesn't know the meaning of defeat, no sinking ship. can stop her from succeeding, and she'll never let it slip that every now and then she'd like to take a break and sit. A spell would take her far away, but she ain't got time for it. She's a waitress waiting on the day that she can move away. Just walk out that door and not think about bills to pay, though she wonders how much her tips will be today. She's thankful for the work and prays somehow everything's gonna be okay. When she gets home, she sits down with her baby by her side. He helps her to forget the pain and all the tears she's cried, by picture in her memory of a happy blushing bride, and someone she has not forgot, though he has let her slide. As stories go these days, hers is typical as the rest. She'd like her baby's daddy there, but it's probably for the best. Instead of being loving, he was jealous and obsessed. Comparing then and now, she's clearly not quite as depressed, being a waitress waiting on the day that she can move away. Just walk out that door and not think about bills to pay, though she wonders how much her tips will be today. She's thankful for the work and prays somehow everything's gonna be okay. By a man on a business trip, when the hands touched as she gave him his burger, drink, and chips. And they are still together, their love just will not quit. And when they dine, it's on their minds to leave a great big tip to the waitress waiting on the day that she can move away. Just walk out that door and not think about bills to pay, though she wonders how much her tips will be today. She's thankful for the work and prays somehow everything's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Gonna be okay.
Oh yeah. My button was hitting on my
Sleeves
guitar.
and buttons. Thank you all.
Got me
Thanks.
all stressed out.
Oh no.
Well, I used to smoke to get over my stress, and about 28 years ago I quit smoking, and then in the next 10 years or so I gained 50 pounds. So I've got pictures of proof of that. So this is a song about what I blamed for it along that time. I figured it must have been the chocolate that I was eating. So I thought I would just write a song. And I've been writing the song since, I don't know, the early 2000s. And I wrote a new verse today. Are we going to do the new verse today?
I don't know which of the new verses are. So
I don't know. I fixed some others. I've been writing. I got 42 verses. So Lynn told me I could only do 12. Well, actually, she told me to do just a few of them, and I said, well, about 20, and she looked at me kind of funny. So we chose these, and it's kind of as I say, it's about myself, so...
don't be offended.
Don't be offended, yeah, I'm not offended. It's about chocolate bars. I'm going to sing it to the chocolate bar. I used to be chiseled and svelte, but lately I've had to lengthen my belt, and I'm finding it harder to button my shirt. Could it have something to do with dessert? What can I do to lose a few pounds? How can I stop my belly so round from falling over my pants to the ground? If I knew, then I wouldn't be crying. Oh, chocolate, you're no friend of mine. Will you make me feel better until I step on the
and what happens when a good diet fails. I once swam with the fishes, now I sing with the whales. We harmonize out in the brine.
Oh,
That's good.
thank you.
Oh, chocolate, you're no friend of mine. Yes, I'd quit you if I could, but I don't seem able. Nothing can stop me, no warning, no label. When I sit down, my stomach sits out like a table. It's handy, but not so refined. Oh, chocolate, you're no friend of mine. Yes, I think about eating veggies and such, but they don't seem to appeal to me that much. But with chocolate I never seem to get enough, although I never quit trying. Oh, chocolate, you're no friend of mine. Ooh, a box ain't enough, and one piece is too many. If you saw me, you'd say he has no discipline. He will always be one with 2 or 3 chins, but I stick my neck out all the time. It's pretty good, yeah? Oh, chocolate, you're no friend of mine. Just cocoa and sugar and a dollop of fat. I don't know why anyone would desire that, but if chocolate's around, you know where I'm at, dipping into the divine. Oh, chocolate, you're no friend of mine. With chocolate ice cream, you know I never quibble. I'll take a scoop or a double or triple. I've never been one to stop with the nibble. That's not the way that I'm inclined. Oh, chocolate, you're no friend of mine. It's kind of paradoxical, isn't it? Ooh, a big bar of chocolate isn't that bad. I know because of the 2 that I just had. It's been a long time, it's not a fad. It's tasty with beer and with wine. Oh, chocolate, you're no friend of mine. Ooh, you try to make out like you're my friend. You say you won't make me bigger, you're the new diet trend. But an ounce in my mouth is a pound in the end, and one I can't leave behind. Oh, chocolate, you're no friend of mine. It's not over yet. It's hard to believe how this chocolate's creating a problem so big and so devastating. My pants are too tight 'cause my weight's escalating the curvature of my waistline. Oh, chocolate, you're no friend of mine. Perhaps I ought to do something more drastic, like I head to the store and I whip out my plastic to buy me some pants with waistbands of elastic. But it's just to myself I'd be lying. Oh, chocolate, you're no friend of mine. Yes, I used to be chiseled and svelte, but lately I've had to lengthen my belt, and I'm finding it harder to button my shirt. Could it have something to do with dessert? Nah, I think I'll have me some chocolate. That's my chocolate song.
That's it for us. As always, a pleasure to be here with everybody. Thank you so much.
And a pleasure to have you guys here. And that song really speaks to me.
I've got another 35 verses of it.
Yeah.
We'll get to those one of these days. I'm going to make an album of it.
You are the Dylan of dessert.
All right. That's funny.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. Next up, we have Mr. Don Wade coming to us from Queens, I believe. Are you there, Don?
Yes, from Jackson Heights, Queens, but
All right.
not much relation otherwise to your Jackson.
Okay.
And I do want to thank you guys for putting up with me there. The very aura that you all project brings me back there from my several visits in the past. So here's a song, nothing to do with Jackson Heights, written in the early 30s by Weston and Lee, and was a hit for Stanley Holloway and Rudy Valley and the Kingston Trio and a couple of other groups like that, about English history. So we'll put on my professor hats and we can talk about English history. Now in the Tower of London, large as life, the ghost of Anne Boleyn walks, they declare. For Anne Boleyn was once King Henry's wife, until he had the Esmond barber heir. Oh yes, he did her wrong long years ago, and she comes back at night to tell him so. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. She comes to haunt King Henry, she means giving him what for. Gadzooks, she's gonna tell him off for spilling of her gore. And just in case the Esmond wants to give her an encore, she has her head tucked underneath her arm. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. Now sometimes gay King Henry gives a spread for all his pals and gals, a ghostly crew. The Esmond carves the joint and cuts the bread, when in comes Anne Boleyn to queer the do. She holds her head up with a wild war whoop, and Henry cries, "Don't drop it in the soup." With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. She walks the endless corridors, for miles and miles she goes. She often catches cold, poor dear. It's draughty when it blows, and it's awfully, awfully awkward for the Queen to blow her nose. With her head tucked underneath her arm. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. The sentries think that it's a football that she carries in, and when they've had a few they shout, "Is Army going to win?" They think that it's Red Grange instead of poor old Anne Boleyn. With her head tucked underneath her arm. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. One night she caught King Henry, he was in the canteen bar. He said, "Are you Jane Seymour, Anne Boleyn, or Catherine Parr?" "Well, how the great Semperian can I tell who you are?" "With your head tucked underneath your arm." Last time, with her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour.
Excellent, thank you. Sung like a true historian, I have to say. Historically accurate, no doubt.
Actually, fairly wrong.
Okay. Okay. Next up, we have the first of the two girls, in quotes, I put that. Jenny, are you there? And what are you singing for us tonight?
I'm here. I'm still thinking about the food pyramid after Lynn and Bob's song, because I'm visualizing, chocolate's at the bottom, the whitest part of the food pyramid, and then I don't know, like, is coffee or wine next? Anyway, chocolate's the basis of my diet, at any rate, so I can't quit thinking about it. So I'll try to think about my song. It's a Jackson Browne song called These Days. Very interesting song, considering he was still a teenager when he wrote it, and it sounds so worldly and experienced. Well, I've been out walking. I don't do that much talking these days. These days. These days I seem to think a lot about the things that I forgot to do for you. And all the times I had the chance to. And I had a lover. It's so hard to risk another these days. These days. Now if I seem to be afraid to live the life that I have made in song, well, it's just that I've been losing for so long. Well, I'll keep on moving. Things are bound to be improving these days. One of these days. These days I sit on cornerstones, count the time in quarter tones to 10. My friend, don't confront me with my failures. Oh, I have not forgotten them. Thank you.
Very, very nice. Thank you, Jenny. I wish I could see. I wish you would pull away a little so I could see you playing the guitar too. That was really such nice guitar work. I wanted to see how you were
Thank
doing
you. That way you can't tell that it's not really me.
Okay. Oh, very savvy. Okay.
It's Maya. It's Maya. She's doing all that fancy picking.
All right. Sally, are you out there?
I'm here.
All right. Well, do you have a dog who's gonna play better than Maya?
I don't have any pets.
Oh,
Gosh, I'm missing out here on the talent. I need to get a dog or a cat. Well, I can't get a cat.
A canine accompanist.
Yeah, really.
All right.
Oh.
What do you have?
Well, I learned a new song. I don't know. These virtual hoots have been kind of fun because I've been learning some stuff to do on my own because I'm so used to singing with Jenny and we have our songs. So I learned a Natalie Hemby song. I don't know if anybody's familiar with her. She's 1/4 of the Highwomen. She does some co-writing with Lori McKenna, and she's written a song for Lady Gaga. So I think a couple for A Star Is Born. So anyway, beautiful song, singer-songwriter, and I'll give it my go. I had to lower it a bit though. She's got quite a range. So anyway, it's called Timing Is Everything. When the stars line up and you catch a good break, and people think you're lucky, but you know it's grace. It can happen so fast or a little bit late. Timing is everything. You know, I had close calls when it could have been me. I was young when I learned just how fragile life could be. I lost friends of mine. I guess it wasn't my time. Timing is everything. I could have been a child that God took home, and I would have been one more unfinished songs. But when it seems the answer's hard to find, that's when one comes along just in time. Well, I remember that day when we first met. You ran into the building to get out of the rain 'cause you were soaking wet. And as you held the door, you wanted to know my name. Yeah, timing is everything. I could have been another minute late, and you would have never crossed my path that day. And when it seems true love is hard to find, that's when love comes along just in time. Well, you can call it fate, you can call it destiny. Sometimes it really feels like it's a mystery. You can be hurt by love or healed by the same. Timing is everything. Timing is everything. Yeah, timing is everything.
Nice.
Thank you.
Sally, could you repeat the songwriter on that? That was really terrific stuff.
Natalie Hemby.
And she's a high woman?
She's one of the high women. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay,
She's
thank you.
she's very talented, very good. I love her.
Apparently.
She's great. So thanks.
Okay. David, you're next out there from Tucson, I believe.
You got it. We got a few of us down here in Tucson where we're
Yes.
getting snow in the mountains, almost down here in the valley too. We're only about 1,000 vertical feet away from that. Yeah. So thanks a lot, Clint, for putting me behind Jenny and Sally. I really.
I find myself there so often. I just figure somebody else should share the joy.
Okay, there you go. Well, there was a lot of joy there, and a lot of original songs tonight too, which gets a little bit intimidating because so many of them are so good. Raggedy Edge, and so I decided tonight I'm going to surprise you all. I'm going to do an original song. Well, not original to me, but original to a songwriter named Barbara Keith, who started singing in the late 60s and into the folk scene, country folk scene kind of. And it's funny, I read an old review of her, And he described her as a slightly above average folk singer-songwriter. I'd take that, frankly. But she, I loved her. I love her voice. I love her music, and she kind of reminds me a little bit of Nancy Griffiths, that kind of country folk kind of a thing. But this is one of her better known songs. I've been singing it a while. It's just your perfect song about the confusion of relationships. They're not all perfect, but sometimes they're pretty darn good. It's called Bramble and the Rose. We've been so close together, each candle, each a flame. All the dangers are outside us, and we knew them all by name. See how the bramble and the rose intertwine. Love grows like a bramble and a rose, round each other we will twine. Now I've hurt you and it hurts me. Just see what we can do to ourselves and to each other without really meaning to. See how the bramble and the rose intertwine. Love grows like a bramble and a rose, often cruel, often kind. So put your arms around me, and we'll sing a true love song. We will learn to sing together, sing and laugh the whole night long. See how the bramble and the rose intertwine. Love grows like a bramble and a rose, round each other we will twine. See how the bramble and the rose intertwine. Love grows like a bramble and a rose, round each other we will twine. Thank you.
Wow, very, very nice song choice. That's really a wonderful song.
That's a good song. You're not kidding. Thank you.
Good work. Normally, I would ask David to introduce the next act because one of the performers is his son. But I have something I would like to say because I got to ski with Ben and Amy on Sunday. Ben and Amy, are you there?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Because I just want to embarrass you.
Okay.
Ben really knows how to turn a pair of skis. It was really impressive being out on the hill for him with him on Sunday. It's I hope I get a chance to do it again, though I will not be able to keep up. But anyway, so now I saw your chops on the hill. Now show us your chops on the Mando.
Well, you got lucky, Clint. I can literally only ski on Sundays. Leave me on a Saturday or a Monday, it'd have been utter rubbish.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm glad I caught you at the right time then. Cool.
We're going to start with a couple Scottish tunes, a little medley, and then we're going to do another one after that. Okay. warned me not to start it too fast, but I don't usually start things, and I did it. I started way too fast.
You crushed it. Oh.
That was supposed to count as one, but
Yeah.
it was kind of long.
What were the names of those tunes, Amy?
Oh, that's the Sky Boat song, followed by the Spootus Carry.
And now for something completely different. Sea shanties have swept the nation. Most folks don't know that shanty is spelled with a CH, not an SH. This is not a sea shanty. But if Bob Dylan wrote a sea shanty, it might sound something like this. That's all I got. Oh, the tide will come up, and the winds will stop, and the breeze will cease to be breathing. Like the stillness in the wind before the hurricane begins, the hour the ship comes in, and the seas will split, and the ship will head, and the sands on the shoreline will be shaken, and the tide will sound, and the wind will pound, and the morning will be breaking. Oh, the fishes will laugh as they swim out of the path. The seagulls, they'll be a-smiling, and the rocks upon the sand, they will proudly stand the hour the ship comes in. And the words that I use for to get the ship confused would not be understood as they are spoken. For the chains of the sea will have busted in the night and be buried at the bottom of the ocean. For the song will lift as the mainsail shifts, and the boat drifts out onto the shoreline, and the sun will respect every face upon the deck the hour the ship comes in. Then the sands out of carpet and gold, we weary toes be a-touching, and the ship's wise men will remind you once again that the whole wide world is watching. The folks will rise with the sleep still in their eyes. They'll jerk from their beds and think they're dreaming, but they'll pinch themselves and squeal for to know that it's for real the hour the ship comes in. Then they'll raise their hands saying we'll meet all of your demands, but we'll shout from the bow your days are numbered, and like pharaohs tried they'll be drowned in the tide. Like Goliath, they'll be conquered. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Clint, for hosting. Thanks, Jenny, for doing tag.
That was really fun. I heard Ben and Amy do that in the green room at Dornan's a couple years back, and I was thinking, well, these guys are really cool if they do that song, and I was right. Yeah. Anyway, next up we have Peter and Adrian. They showing a lot of endurance here. Thanks for waiting, you guys. And what are you playing for us tonight?
First, we have to unmute.
Okay. You can go back on the phone if you want. Okay. I have a song recorded by Gene Ritchie it's a play party ballad. Play parties were, if you were a religious person in the Ozarks, it was okay to dance if there were no instruments playing, if it was just people singing. So this was one of the songs that produced a dance sort of like a Virginia reel. I read a description of it. It doesn't sound particularly exciting, but if it was 150 years ago and you got to hold somebody's hand for 2 minutes, it was probably pretty exciting. All out on the old railroad, all out on the sea, all out on the old railroad, far as the eye can see, swing and turn, Jubilee, swing and turn, Jubilee, swing and turn, Jubilee, live and turn, Jubilee. Hardest work I ever done, working on the farm, easiest work I ever done, swinging on my true love's arm, swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee, swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee. Some will come on a Saturday night, some will come on Sunday. If you give them half a chance, still be there on Monday. Swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee, swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee. I wouldn't marry a widow man, neither would my cousin. You can get such stuff as that for 15 cents a dozen. Swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee, swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee. Some of the verses are awful. Wouldn't marry a school teacher, tell you the reason why. Her neck's so long and stringy, boys, I think she'll never die. Swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee, swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee. No, I wouldn't marry that school teacher, tell you the reason why. Blows her nose in old cornbread, calls it pumpkin pie. Swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee, swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee. Coffee grows on a white oak tree, sugar runs in brandy, girls as sweet as a lump of gold, boys as sweet as candy. Swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee, swing and turn, Jubilee, live and learn, Jubilee. Thank you.
Really nice. How do you know about that song? Where did that come from?
I don't know. Heard somebody sing it maybe 60 years ago.
Good recall. Very impressive. All right. Thanks, you guys. Okay. I guess I am finishing up tonight. Thanks for everybody for showing up. And this is certainly one of the highlight of my week. And so I hope everybody enjoys as much as I do. The song I'm doing tonight is tomorrow is Australia Day. So I think the last three hoots that have fallen kind of during this week, I've done Waltzing Matilda. I like that song so much. Everybody knows it. Probably almost as many people know it as they know Ripple. So anybody who wants to sing along, I hope they do. So here we go. Once a jolly swagman camped beside the billabong, underneath the shade of the coolibah tree, and he sang as he watched, and he waited for his billy boil. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he watched, and he waited for his billy boil. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Down came a jump buck to drink beside the billabong. Up jumped the swagman and gabbed it with glee. And he sang as he shoved that jump buck in his tucker bag. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang as he shoved that jump buck in his tucker bag. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Up rode the squire, mounted on his thoroughbred. Up rode the troopers, 1, 2, 3. Where's that jolly jump buck you've got there in your tucker bag? You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And he sang out, oh, where's that jolly jump buck you got there in your tucker bag? You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Up jumped the swagman, he sprang into the billabong. You'll never catch me alive, said he. And his ghost may be heard as you pass beside the billabong. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. And his ghost may be heard as you pass beside the billabong. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Thank you, everyone. That's really fun.